So I think this is a really interesting thing happened during COVID, which is the government gave £1 trillion out. Most people managed to accumulate like 2 or 3 or 4 grand, and they thought they were winning. At the same time, because the average per person is 20 grand, if the average person gets 4 grand, then the rich are getting like 100 grand or 200 grand. And this really interesting thing happened where it's like a kind of economic experiment. What happens if we give every average person 2 grand and every rich person 200 grand? And the answer is kind of obvious once you step back and think about it, which is that prices go up massively and ordinary people's living conditions collapse. Because money, this is the key thing to understand, right? Money is not a real resource. Money is a relative resource. Money is a competitive resource. So if you get a bit more money and somebody else gets a lot more money, you will end up with less real resources, unless there are more real resources now. This is why distribution matters.
So let's come back to your first statement that you want to tax the rich more. Mm-hmm. So how do you want to tax the rich more, and why would that solve the problem?
First thing to be clear is when I say tax the rich more, I'm not talking about people on high incomes. I'm talking about taxing wealth, which is about people who have enormous amounts of assets. We already have a tax system which is very good at taxing working people. Let's say you are just an extremely wealthy person, you're worth £1 billion. And the way that these people work is they don't manage their own money. They'll have what's called a family office, they'll have like an accountant and a team of guys who manage the money.